Okay, so Excel cursors. We've got different mouse pointers within Excel, and it's really vital we understand the differences between them. The first one, the wipe cursor, is just for selecting a single cell or a range. As it is in the little screenshot, just hold down and drag. Having selected it, we can move it using this pointed cross. Careful though, on a Mac or using the online version, the pointed cross, little white grabby hand, does exactly the same thing. So once you've selected, using your white one, move to the top or the bottom of the selection, and then you can move it to where you want. And the third is the fill handle. So when you've created a formula, you don't have to repeat the formula, you just do it once, and this little fella will fill them down for you or across. So having selected, using your white cursor, move to the bottom right hand corner, your cursor will turn into a solid black cross. It can be a bit nippy on a wee screen till you get the hang of it, but this one, get your head around it, it will save you so much time. So it's vital we know the difference between them all. They all do their own jobs, but I hope that was a bit helpful. Some maths coming up. What's the answer? It's 23. If you remember back to first year, probably at school, BODMAS, some schools taught BOMDAS, it's the same thing. It's the order of how maths works. So brackets, order, then divide or multiply, addition and subtraction. Don't worry if you can't remember it. If you want to force the program to do something first, just stick some brackets around it. And now that answers 48. Okay? Hopefully that was helpful. Okay, so let's have a look at some basic formulas. Every single Excel formula's got the same structure. Whether it's a wee one, huge one, it doesn't matter. It has to start with an equal sign. We have to tell Excel it's got a job to do. Then the name of the formula itself. And then brackets around the range that the formula applies to. We need to tell Excel where to start and to stop the formula. Let's try one. In your starter file, you'll see a sheet called formulas. Just click into H7. We want to know the total sales. To add them up, we use sum. So just start entering this, equals sum, open the brackets, and now leave your keyboard alone. From today onwards, please use your mouse. If you use your mouse, you're very, very unlikely to go wrong when you're selecting a range. Obviously, in this case, straightforward enough to just key it in. But when we start accessing sheets and linking sheets together, the formulas get quite complicated. Use your mouse and it will just do it itself. Otherwise, you'll make mistakes. Talking of mistakes, tenuous link, but there we go. As with all applications, please use Ctrl+Z to undo, or Command Z if you're on a Mac. And this is a very helpful little shortcut, shoulder key. It's just on your keyboard underneath the escape button. And if you hold down Control and click the shoulder key once, it will show you the formula view so you can check your formulas. Click it again and it'll go back to what's called the value view, the normal view. It's a really handy little shortcut. Try and remember that one. Now go to the sheet called statistics, and we want to summarize both the sales quantity and total sales. Let's start with the total in G7 equals sum, and then using your brackets, G2 to G6, just drag it down. Either enter a closing bracket or just hit enter. For average, it's equals average. Same again. Use your mouse, please, to select the range. Some of you might have heard of AutoSum before. Please don't use it. It would automatically add in the cell right above it. And in this case, it would have added in the total as well. Please try and avoid using AutoSum. It's very easy to make a mistake with it. Okay, for min, it's equals min, open bracket, drag down. For max, it's equals max, open bracket, drag down. And now we want to know how many sales we've had. The formula is equals count. You know what count does? It just It's not interested in the numbers that are in the cells. It just wants to know how many cells have got numbers in. But do be careful with count. It only counts cells with numbers in them. If they had text, it would just ignore them. Double check using control and shoulder that your formula are the same as on the screen there. We would now want the same calculations, but this time for total sales next to it. Don't go redoing it all. Select all those cells using your white cross. And then with them all selected, hover over the bottom right hand corner until that fill handle appears. With them selected, just drag to the right and they'll all fill in. Obviously at the moment, sales totals are shown in decimal numbers, not currency, but we'll sort that just now. Okay then, let's have a look at types and formats. Might just be a wee refresher for some of you, but vital that we get this right. With Excel, or any other programming language for that matter, you've got different data types. And the data types affect the way that the program stores, deals with, the way you can use that data. In Excel, number, text, Boolean, or date. Data formats. Apologies, not formats. Data formats are how we want it to look. So data formats, Excel doesn't care, but we might want to show a number as a whole number or a decimal number, sometimes called floating point. It might be a percentage. A little bit of a tenuous link here, but usually we make these sheets for other people. So it's important we have this consistent of design so that people can make sense of our data set properly. So if you go back to your statistics, we need to sort the number formats. Sales quantity isn't consistent. We've got some whole numbers, some decimals. Really, it should all be the same. So select all the numbers with your white cursor and then go up to in the ribbon where it says general. Drop down general to number. Now the default for a number with Excel is 2 decimal points. We only need 1. So just underneath there, you can increase or decrease using that. Now, select all the sales except number. That's fair enough. I'm in the same place, update to currency. All right, this time, select sales total and update font size, color. You choose whatever you like. We want all the headings to be the same. There's a little thing in Microsoft applications that nobody ever uses, and it's life changer. Select your sales total and then go up and find Format Painter. Just click it once this time and then click one of the other headings and you'll see it applies that format to it. To use Format Painter multiple times, just double click it and then you can apply it to many things as you want. To turn Format Painter off, just click it once again and the brush will disappear. Go to that sheet called conditional formatting. In this case, we want to apply a format, a background color in this case, based upon what the value is. So we want to format it based upon a condition, hence the name. With them all selected, just above there, look in the ribbon for conditional formatting. Loads and loads of options. Nice easy one. Just pick color scales and choose one. Excel's now formatted the background depending on the sales within the cell. But there's a lot more options within conditional formatting. Highlight customers who haven't paid for 3 months, etc, etc. Just have a wee play with that and you will find all sorts of useful things within there. You can format on date, on value, look for certain text. It's a great little quick visualization. Okay? Okay then, let's have a look at the sheet called sorting. It would be better if the product category was arranged or sorted alphabetically so all electronics were together. Actually, we're going to do better than that. We're going to sort in 2 levels. We'll sort the categories, then within categories we'll then sort by last name. No need to select the entire data set, just a single cell Excel will recognise that standalone data as a range. Then on the Home tab, within Sort and Filter, launch Custom Sort. And this little pop-up will come up. We want to sort by product category, and by default this is usually on, but just in case, if it says columns A, B, it means it's not recognised the headers. Just click My Data as Headers to fix. Then product category, sort by A to Z. Don't click OK just yet. Add a level, and in that level choose last name. You click OK now. And what you'll see is that your data set is sorted by product category, and then within product category, it's also then sorted alphabetically on last name. Custom sort's quite powerful. You can add as many levels if you like. You can sort by A to Z if it's text, smallest to largest if number. You can even sort by cell colour. Okay, go to the sheet called filtering. As before, just select a single cell, then along at the right, under sort and filter, click filter, and you'll get these little drop downs. On the product category one, untick clothing and food, press OK, and you'll see the data set is filtered only in this case to show data about electronic sales. Let's add them up, shall we? So in G5, add this formula equals sum, and then drag down to complete the formula. Say if you're working it out, all those numbers add up to 339. But Excel's trying to tell us it's 1167. Excel's just done what we've asked it to do. It's added up all the electronics from G2 to G26. Just be really careful on filtering. If we're going to use the results of this filter for something, just sort the column out first. In other words, if we'd arranged product category A to Z first, then all the electronics would have been together and we wouldn't have had that issue. Just something to have in the background. All right.